So with this, the big box game, it's not, first you got to throw it off the table and hope that it's not damaged. 1 minute. Okay, welcome back to the channel. I've had a few requests to do a packing video, picking and packing, but I've picked everything already. So I'm going to pack and show you how I pack stuff. People have asked for it, so I'm going to make the content of me packing it. If you like that sort of thing, stick around and watch it. Obviously, be warned, there's a tape gun, so it might be a bit loud. I've got a lot of my stuff set up, but I've got all my boxes back here. I've got all my stock just out of camera, and I'm going to probably tilt the camera down so you can see into the area as to what I'm doing. But yeah, obviously the lighting's not very good in this room. It's getting dark outside now, and I've got a lamp like right here. So if the lighting's a bit off, that's why. But I'm going to tilt the camera down now and start packing. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy. Remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video if you do enjoy it. The channel's growing quite fast, so if you are watching these and you're not subscribed, why not? You should just subscribe and join the channel, and yeah, hopefully we'll be at 400 subscribers soon. And yeah, obviously I'm going to have another car boot video this weekend as well, so turn on the notifications if you don't want to miss that, and we'll get to packing now. Okay, so hopefully this is a good angle. I've got a bit of height, but if you can't see stuff, I'll probably end up moving the camera, but we've got a few little items, so it should be okay. I've got my extra tape because this gun is about to run out. I've got my scissors, I've got my measuring, what's this? You know, the letter size guide. I've got a couple of envelopes. I've got more over there as well. But yeah, and I've got my pen to write on the box so I know what stuff is, and I've got my cards to put in as well. So we're all ready to go. I'm going to grab some boxes for the small things. I've got a Fujifilm Finepix camera, and I've also got this Canon camera to go, and I think there may be a few other small bits. There's this rusty train, that's small, and we've got this, which is the Mario Kart, which sold. I'll probably put the prices of things that have sold somewhere here as well, so as I go through, just so you know, out of interest. I think these are most of the small things. We've got a few DVD box sets, but I'll do those separately because these are just smaller, and this one's easy as well. So let me grab the stuff for these and I will begin packing. Okay, so for these two cameras I have two small boxes. I've bought a load of boxes to use, but I've got a load of sort of spare ones that I've found or been given or whatnot, and I kind of want to get through these because the way they're stored, they're made up, so they take up a lot more room. So I'm going to get through these hopefully, and yeah, use these up first. So this Fujifilm I'm going to put in here, I think, and the Canon will probably go in this bigger box. Yeah, the size is a little bit too big, but it doesn't really matter, it's fine. I'm going to wrap it in paper and stuff as well. But to be honest, these cameras are quite hardy. You can use bubble wrap, you can use paper. I'm going to probably use a little bit of bubble wrap to wrap these up. And I've got a few handy pieces actually already in the drawers. This metal workbench thing that I'm using actually has a load of drawers in it that I bought, so it's I got it free from work, so it's pretty good for storing packing supplies in. But I'm just going to reuse the paper, to be honest, that came in this one. This one's going to be quite easy. Wrap that in bubble wrap, put a card in there, reuse the bit of paper just to, you know, provide some cushioning, and that will literally be fine in there. It's not going to get crushed. It's a sturdy box, so it's got the old label on it, but I'm going to label over that. All the information's ripped off of it anyway, so and then I'll just grab the tape gun, if I find the end of it. Where is it? There it is. And sometimes I grab a little bit like that just to hold it while I then proceed to tape it like normal. So I'll go round the whole box. I'm a bit excessive with my tape, some people aren't. Some people like to use less, try and save money, that sort of thing. For me, I would rather the parcel get there safely, so I always do one around the middle and then another one the other way, I guess, if that makes sense. You can, if you want as well, put tape over the edges. On this one I'll do a little bit. We've reached the end of the tape. So to change the tape gun, you simply pop the old tape off like this, making it look easy, like that. Dispose of this, dispose of that. And then grab your new tape, find the end, wherever it is. yeah, find the end and then put it on over here, and then you've got to just basically wrap it around the this piece. And yeah, that's just it. It's pretty simple. If you haven't got a tape gun, I'd recommend getting one. It makes life a lot easier. It's just a lot quicker, to be honest, than using just normal tape or whatever. This box is actually a bit squishy on the bottom, so I'm just gonna slap another bit of tape over that just in case. But yeah, like I say, I can be a bit excessive. But yeah, that's one thing packed. That's the Fujifilm. So then I write on it just what it is, so I know. So I just write Fujifilm on it very poorly, but yeah. And there's that. So and then I'll just put that aside and pack the next thing. So I'm going to be careful with this Canon camera. This is quite a good box. This is a Lush box. I've got to take the label off though. Okay. So this is quite sturdy, but it comes with a bunch of these little bits in there, which is quite handy actually. So I will probably just bubble wrap this camera with whatever sort of odds and sods of bubble wrap that I've got. I will wrap it up there. It doesn't have to be that neat, to be honest. You could take the bubble wrap up. I don't always, sometimes I do. Just kind of depends on how I'm feeling, but obviously that's bubble wrapped up, and because this has packing sort of peanuts in it, whatever you call it, it could just sit in there quite nicely, I think. If I just rummage it around a bit, lift up some so there's a bit of room, put them back around it, that'll sit quite nicely in there, to be honest. And I don't think there'd be much movement once that's pushed down. Probably put a little bit of paper in there as well. Yeah, so some people, you know, may take a lot more care in their packing in terms of making it look good. I obviously don't want it to look bad, but I am using second-hand boxes here, and I have for ages and ages. To be honest, I find it's better just because if you don't have money to buy boxes, like I didn't at the start, it's just a far better way to obviously get boxes than having to pay out of pocket for them. But also, yes, it's easier, to be honest. You can grab a whole bunch. There used to be cardboard bins at Sainsbury's and stuff like that. I think they started removing them, but friends and family can get stuff. And obviously this was from my sister, I think. So yeah, I mean, I didn't have to pay for it, so I can't really complain. And it's recycling as well. The box would otherwise go in the bin or be recycled, so it's just getting another life before it does. So yeah, so I put a bit of tape round like that. Another one this way. I think I may have forgot to put a card in this one, which I always seem to do. No bother, I'll leave the card. But yeah, and then because of the way this one seals at the front, I'll put a piece around here as well. So it's very taped up, very secure, but I would rather use the extra tape and have it not open in transit. And there's no movement in there, and the camera is safely in the bubble wrap. Okay, so that's what you want to aim for. What camera was this? Canon, not Samsung. Canon camera. Sorry, my handwriting's terrible, so I won't show you that. Yeah, there's the other camera. Okay, next up, the way I pack these metal trains is really easy. I literally just put them in one of these bubble mailers. They are very durable. They're pretty much made for kids to play with, right? So they're not going to break. Every single train that I've sent, and I've sent many, they've all been fine. So I just put them in a bubble mailer. Annoyingly, it's a small parcel, even though they're so small, just because of the size of it. And with all the bubble mailers, I always put a bit of tape over it. Again, I use more tape as opposed to trying to save money. I'd rather the product arrive safely. So this is a Rusty train. That's the name of it. It's not actually Rusty. His name is Rusty. It's a Thomas the Tank Engine. Yeah, that's literally it. That's easy. anything in bubble made is really easy. So this Mario Kart, I do actually have somewhere. I'm gonna have to probably put it in a bubble mailer, but I do have some cardboard sort of ones about this size that were made, that I bought for PS1 games. But all my boxes had to be moved the other day because we had guests staying around here. This is my old bedroom, by the way, so I've moved out, but there was guests staying around, so they had to move all the boxes. I think I'm going to put this into just a bubble mailer, and it should be okay. Obviously, you don't want someone to bend the disc, but no one should go around snapping parcels in half anyway. I've never had any issue with anything snapping. So yeah, I will probably write "do not bend" on the jiffy bag as well. So again, tape that. There's the card in there, and then I will write this. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably write "do not bend" on it if I remember. But there's that. Okay, next up, I sold the Willy Wonka bar that I bought at the car boot the other day. The costume, if I can get it in shot. So I've got to send this now. This will be quite easy. It's obviously not breakable. You can just fold it. It's made of like felt stuff. So yeah, I just need to find a box it can fit in really. It'll probably fit in one of these small eBay boxes quite nicely. We'll have a look. So these are, I buy these from eBay. You get a £10 voucher every month when you have a shop subscription, and this is what I tend to use my £10 on, because these are £14 for 25 of them, and obviously you get £10 off, so it works out, I think it works out to be about 18p a box. Obviously this is a bit bigger than the box, and I don't want to crease it loads, but in my opinion this I mean, it's literally just a bit of cloth, so it's not going to crease really. I wouldn't even bother putting anything else in there except for the card, because it's not going to break. So close it up, and it shouldn't rattle or anything. It's just yeah, you know, some stuff's really easy like that. There's no point in putting newspaper in there. There's no point in putting packing material in there because it's not breakable at all. So stuff like that is really nice and easy to send. And obviously I'll tape it up just like normal. My microphone is flashing green, so I might stop recording just to see if the mic's still picking up my voice. I don't know what the flashing green thing means. It's never done that before. I'm guessing it's running low on battery, but I don't know why it would flash green, not red. So let me just pause the videoing after I write this. Willy Wonka bar. And let me just check the mic, and then I'll be back with you 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I don't really know what's going on with the mic, but it seems to be working fine. So I'm just going to keep going until it turns off, and then I guess that'll be the end of the video, whichever goes first. Okay, I've got another sealed Ood figure. I've got a whole bunch of these still if anyone wants any. I think I bought like 8 or 9, part of a Doctor Who figure bundle. So yeah, I'm just going to pack this. These are easy as well. I've only actually got one of these eBay boxes left. I've got some more on order, but they haven't arrived yet, so it's a bit annoying because they're normally perfect size boxes for everything. Well, a lot of the stuff that I sell anyway. So the Ood, I've done this many times. The Ood literally just sits in there. Normally it does. Wait a minute. Why is this one bigger? What's going on? Oh, there. No? What's going on? Well, normally it sits in there perfectly. It's actually not quite big enough this time. Let me grab a different figure and just make sure it's not the figure. It's likely going to be the box, I'm guessing, but we will see. Yeah, strange. Okay. Oh no, we fit, we're good. Maybe it's the figure. I don't know. It fits that one, so we'll use that one. Yeah, so I literally just put them in there. Again, all the ones I've sent before have arrived perfectly safely. I'll put that there, and then I will grab some newspaper from the drawer, just a little bit, to pack this void at the top. Some people ask, you know, why use newspaper? Newspaper can stain items and stuff like that. I've never had that as an issue really. I'm never sending anything that's like, you know, if I was sending like a white t-shirt, then obviously I would not pack it with newspaper, but when I'm sending sealed stuff like this, you know, anything like games, anything like, there's no real reason to not use newspaper. It's recycling as well, again, recycling old newspapers, and you can get them for free if you know people who read newspapers still. So my grandparents, they still read newspapers. They haven't got, they haven't got the internet, so they get all their news from the newspapers, and I just take them when they've finished with them instead of the recycling bin. So it's good for me. It's a win-win. Yeah, so that's the oud figure there, nicely sealed. It doesn't have to be any more extensive than this. Like, I've sent, I think, thousands of items now, and the only ones that have ever broken is when I was first doing it, and when I was using Every. It was Hermes then. I use the Royal Mail for most of my stuff now, unless it's a bit too big for Royal Mail, and then I'll use Every just because of the price difference. But yeah, everything packed like this, I've never had a problem. So before anyone comments dissing my packing, yeah, you have no leg to stand on, because I've never had anything break. Since restarting again last summer, nothing has broken. So, and obviously, touch wood. But yeah, nothing has broken. Okay, I want to do the things actually that I've got to send today, because there is a few things I've got to send. 2 Wii remote holders. I bought 4 of these for 50p. Well, it was £1, but each pair was 50p. So yeah, these will be easy to send again, quite durable. Probably going to use another spare box. Let me grab one. This box is probably good enough. I do need to check if it's a small Royal Mail size box. Basically, it can't be over 16 centimeters. So that is bang on 16. Yeah, so that is just about a small parcel size, which is fine. Like I say, these are going to be durable. You know, they're meant for playing with fairly rigorously on the Wii. So I'm just going to put them there, use the paper that's here, that's spare, and to be honest, probably just leave it at that. A little bit of wiggle there. Actually, I might put the paper just around it a bit more. Chuck in a card as well. Probably grab another piece of newspaper just to bulk it out, and go from there. So yeah, I'm going to chuck another couple bits in there, and again let's move that into shot. Yeah, tape around it as per usual. This is obviously another reused Superdrug box. This one, no idea where it came from. I get given a lot of boxes from people. I've found a whole bunch of boxes before. Let me just realise I've got the address thing on here again. I'm not that I really care, but you never know, so I'll just take it off. They're not even all my addresses, by the way. That's not why I'm really ripping them off. It's just because I get boxes from other people, and I obviously don't know if they want their addresses out there, so I'll just take the labels off. Yeah, so that's the Wii remote, so that was easy. Wii remotes. Obviously, when you're writing the stuff on the box, write it where you're going to put the label, so it's not just on the box when you're sending it, so everyone knows what's in it. You don't want everyone knowing what's in there. So we're getting a fairly decent stack of parcels already, and there's still quite a lot more to send. So I know what I need to send from here actually. Let me grab these. There's 2 things. There's David Attenborough sealed DVD. I bought that for £3, I think, from a charity shop. Sold it for $24.99 with postage. And then this is one of the big box games that sold. I haven't actually sold any of those in a while, so that was the last one in probably the last week, which is not ideal, but I still got loads to list as well. So yeah, I'll pack both of these. I'll try and find, I'm probably gonna have to use some of my boxes that I bought for these, which is fine. Obviously, what else would they be used for? So I've got these smaller ones. These are just brown boxes. They're similar to the eBay one. Hopefully the mic isn't just picking all of this up and ruining the audio. So with this, the big box game, it's not, first you got to throw it off the table and hope that it's not damaged. 1 minute. Alright, I realised that the mic turned off midway through there, so I'm now not using a wired mic. Apologies if the quality is not as good. No idea where it cut out, so I don't know what I was saying. I'm just gonna continue. I'll probably voice over whatever was silent there. This is obviously the big box game. I don't know if the mic picked up the part about me saying about commenting below if you've got any tips, but yeah, comment below if you've got any tips, any tricks, any constructive criticism, not just criticism, because there's no point unless it's constructive. Bosh, David Attenborough sealed collection thing. This will go in. See, I've got this weird sized box here, and I have nothing really to use for it, so I'm kind of hoping that this. Didn't know this bubble wrap was in here. Okay, I'm kind of hoping this will just go in there. I mean, it will. I'm going to use this. I'm going to probably just use the bubble wrap that's in there as well. Very weirdly cut, but we'll deal with it, I guess. Just going to wrap that. Just going to wrap this around the David Attenborough thing, I suppose. Nice and simple. Stick a card on there. Because of the type of box, there's the gaps at the top, but I think it would probably just hold it in the middle. Because once that's taped down, it's not really going to move, so I'm just going to do that. Obviously this is a weird box. Don't normally get ones this size, but again, it's just hanging around and it's kind of just annoying me because it's just taking up room. It's an odd shape. I know it's flat and stuff, but you know, maybe I'm just being a bit OCD. Yeah. And with this type of box, I'll probably tape a little bit around the edge, if you know what I mean. This bit, just because of the type of box it is, it could be cut open fairly easily if something sharp hit the edge. So I'm just going to tape over these. But yeah, sorry about the mic, guys. I didn't realise it was that low on battery. To be fair, I haven't actually charged it once since getting it, which is basically since I started the channel. So it's done all right, to be honest. Yeah, and then the last one is here. Boom. I have no idea how long this video is going to be, but David Attenborough. I can't even spell Attenborough. I'm just going to David box set. Yeah, no idea how long this video is going to be, but people asked for packing, so I might as well just pack everything. Yeah, David Attenborough box set. That's done. I don't know if I'll send all this today because there's just quite a lot of it. We will see. Okay, I've got a big box here because I'm going to see if I can fit some of these bigger items in here. I have no idea. Ripping it. Okay, so I've got a pair of sandals, sort of ladies' sandal things, that I want to put in here, and it will just fit. So these are Aldo. I have no idea on the brand. I bought these ages ago. Bit of a fail. I think I sold them for like £8 maybe. They are just ladies' sandals. I mean, they're all right. I think they might even be pretty much new. Maybe worn a couple of times. But yeah, just going to put this in here really with a bit of paper. I mean, they're in their own box, so it's going to be fine. I'll pad it out with a bit of paper either side and go from there. I've got a lot of some of this newspaper's not great. I need here we go. I need the actual newspapers. There's some magazines in there and they've got the staples in, which makes it a bit difficult to rip apart. But yeah, so I'm going to take some more paper, put it either side, make sure it doesn't wobble, and make sure the box closes without having like an indent down. Someone actually commented asking about how I pack plush stuff, like teddy bears and stuff, which I was no question is a stupid question, but I was surprised at, because when packing plush, for me, if it was this size and it fit in this box, I would just stick it in the box. There's no need for any newspaper or any voice or anything. You can literally just stick it in a box. It's not going to get damaged because it's a teddy bear or it's plush, so you literally have no risk really. So yeah, for that guy who asked about how I pack plush, I would literally just, well, let me show you. I would literally just grab, you know, something like this, the Care Bear or whatever, just stick it in the box, close it up, and that'd be it. I wouldn't do anything else. So you don't have to worry about stuff like that being damaged. Some of the easiest things to send. It's a bit like the Willy Wonka bar costume, to be honest. So yeah, this is the Aldo. I'm going to write on it now. Aldo shoes. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, and then I'm just going to begin the taping process. This is pretty much the biggest a small parcel can be, I believe. I've got the measurements. It's like near enough max small parcel size, I think, at least on one of the I believe it's on the height. That should be 16 centimeters. So yeah, I think it's 16. Let me just tape it again around the middle. Yeah, that's another one done. Simple as that. The sandals do shake in there, but they're in their own box. It's fine. Again, you've got to be like, it's easy to think that you are risking things breaking like that, but you've got to be real with yourself. Like, that is just a pair of sandals in their own box, in a box, surrounded by newspaper. No amount of throwing that box around is going to damage the sandal. I've got a bit of tape on my finger. No amount of that box rolling around is going to damage the sandal. You know, you have to be honest with yourself. You don't have to be over the top with things unless it is, you know, electronics that are breakable, glass especially, ceramics, anything like that. Anything bendable and snappable, a bit like the Mario Kart, is a bit more iffy. Overall though, it's easy for your brain to think worst case, like they're just going to be launching it and snapping it. If you send them with Every, maybe, but Royal Mail are pretty good. So yeah, if you send with Royal Mail, don't worry so much. This is no Royal Mail sponsored video, but Every have not done me well in the past, unfortunately, but that's just personal opinion. I know loads of people use them, loads of people have, you know, complete faith in them, and that's fine. It's your opinion, my opinion. So I've got I'll show you what else I've got to pack. This BT home hub, I'm going to pack. I probably won't pack today. I'm probably going to take what I've packed, to be honest, because I'm scared the video is going to be a bit long, and I'm also a bit paranoid that the mic quality is not going to be very good. So I'm going to show you what else there is. We've also got this high gear gun. You would have seen me pick this up at the car boot the other day. It's literally like you'd use it for PlayStation 2, I think, PlayStation 1 as well. Sort of aim it at the TV and you can shoot with it. I used it for the clickbait of the car boot video. If you haven't watched that yet though, go and watch it. I've got some good stuff. Let me just put this stuff here. This is the charger for the, these are the mics, and this is the charger for that BT hub. It's in the way. We got this, what is this? John Mills box set. And we got a Fireball XL5 series box set. And I think that is everything actually. So they're the only other things that I haven't packed. Obviously these can go in a bubble mailer if it's big enough. It can go in a box, anything. Box sets are pretty easy to send, especially if you get those Amazon parcels that are, they're sort of like for larger books and stuff, or even stuff like this fits perfectly. So whenever I can get any of those, I use those for these. And again, I put these in there with no bubble wrap and stuff, and they always arrive fine. They're in their own secure case. So unless you're really unlucky with stuff, don't worry about that as well. But yeah, the overall thing is, you know, if you're packing, in my opinion anyway, if you can get supplies for cheap, do it. If you can get supplies for, you know, for free, do it. And use what you've got. You don't have to buy the best packing equipment, but stuff like a tape gun, I'm pretty sure that's going to be less than 10 quid. The tape itself can be quite expensive, but again, don't get brown tape, by the way. This is just, again, my opinion, but clear tape for me sticks a lot better than brown tape. I've also heard that eBay tape isn't that sticky either. So for me, clear tape is the winner. I've fully moved to clear tape. I used to use brown tape, but this stuff just sticks better. So there's that. You know, if you don't have a lot of money and you're just starting out, get free boxes from anywhere. Go to, you know, supermarkets. if you're not meant to dumpster dive, okay, but if they've got a cardboard box thing where people put them in there to be recycled, and there's loads of them sat outside on the floor, no one's going to complain if you grab a couple, okay? But you didn't hear it from me. And if you do have a bit extra, I think it is worth just buying your own boxes, because it does make life easier. You can choose your sizes, you know what you normally send, and it is so much easier. But again, you are paying, I think those equivalent, I don't know how much they are, maybe like anywhere from 20 to 40 or 50p for the bigger ones. But again, I charge for it in my packing. So if I've got a Royal Mail parcel that's £2.99 to send, I charge £3.49, and it covers the tape and the box, blah blah blah. It is postage and packaging after all, so don't be afraid to charge that, because otherwise you're paying for it. Final thing, I guess, while I'm here, if you haven't got stuff like thank you cards, I think do them. Or I used to write notes. I used to actually handwrite notes. If you don't want to, again, spend, you can just write it on a bit of paper. People appreciate it if you just write something like, I hope the order treats you well, blah, blah, blah. If you're happy, please leave feedback. If you're not, please contact me with any issues, and I'll get it sorted ASAP, that kind of thing. It really helps improve your feedback. If you look at my store's feedback, I've got again, touch wood. Let me touch wood. I've got no negative feedback at the moment, and I've got one neutral, which was just silly, and then I've got the rest is all positive. So having good communication with people, putting stuff like notes in there, thank you cards. If you're avoiding that negative feedback at all costs, your store will get a lot more positive. You'll get people who, even if they aren't happy with something, if something goes wrong, if you've had good communication, I've had people leave positive feedback when something's gone wrong because of the good communication. It's definitely worth the time. Write some eBay message templates. I've got that on my notes. So everyone who I've sent a parcel to, I will send, a message when I've dispatched it. I'll send a message when I see that they've received it. And if they've not left any feedback or replied after a few weeks, I'll send like a follow-up message, just politely asking if they are indeed happy, if they could leave feedback. So yeah, that's just another tip, but I went on a bit of a ramble. But yeah, these are the thank you cards anyway. I've got a link to my YouTube on there, so if anyone has bought from me and scanned that and found the videos, then hello. But yeah, I mean, pretty much that is it. I will see you guys next time. Remember to subscribe if you haven't. Like the video, again, helps push it out there to more people, get the channel growing a bit. I want to try and get 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. It seems like a milestone, seems like a good number to hit, right? So we're well on the road to that. But yeah, first is going to be 400 subs, and I'm happy with that. And I'm happy with the people commenting. If you like the videos, just comment. I want to hear from people. I reply to every comment as well. And yeah, if you want to know anything, just message me on Instagram. I'll help you in any way that I can. But yeah, that being said, see you guys in the next video, which will be probably a car boot video again this Sunday, unless the weather's bad, in which case, there won't be one. But I might do charity shops. Also, I don't know if I've shown this yet. This is a lot of my stock. I'll probably make a video on this another time, but yeah. See you next time.
No, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff.